get it in overtime first with some defensive stops. Take it from there.
It took everybody on the court and everybody on the bench. It was a group effort. The way we persevered and was resilient towards the end was huge because we kind of put ourselves in that position a little bit. But the way we battled and fought to the end, we got a lot of crucial defensive stops and was able to execute on the offensive end. I mean, that's big time for us. But we kind of got to look at it as well. Like, this could have been a game where we had multiple times to extend the lead and couldn't get stops. But I'm just overall happy that we got the win.
Where did those stops come from? Because prior to that, you guys were struggling defensively. They were getting 10 and stuff. So where did you guys dig? How deep did you have to dig to get those stops?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the whole game we kind of dug ourselves in the hole, and we kind of felt like we was coming out of the hole, and then we kept putting ourselves in a position where mishaps were happening. So miscommunication on ball screens, our low man not being there, sometimes the low man being there and then them spraying out. So like little details and mistakes like that put ourselves in a position where Boston College was able to capitalize off of. But the way we finished the game out strong, especially in the overtime, and got stops when it was needed, was huge for us. I just wish we could have did that for a full 40. But overall, I'm just happy with the way we've rallied the troops together and was able to
people can nitpick at a lot of things from this game. But you're at a point in the season now, especially coming off the 2 losses you guys had.
Yeah.
Is it simply a matter of win is a win? You take a win and you move forward and just try to build because the win's obviously a lot better than a loss would have been.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I'm taking this win. I know it was ugly, but a win is a win. And we're at a point right now where we're just trying to stack some wins, and we'll take the wins how they come. So it was ugly today, but it'll go up on the scoreboard as a W, so we're good.
You were talking about the communication. Do you think that was kind of leading to the closeouts from three? Obviously, they were able to kind of get a lot of looks they wanted.
Yeah.
Do you think communication off those screens, like you were talking about, fed into the struggles to close out?
I think it was communication and effort. I think we lacked a lot of effort and conscious energy plays that were needed that we didn't execute well on, and that's what allowed Boston College to get open threes, and we were slow on the closeout. So if we eliminate those, because we know the answers when coaches ask us like, why are we not doing this, or what are we supposed to be in this position, we actually just have to go out there and act on it rather than just keep repeating ourselves over and over again.
RJ, what do you think along those lines? How do you think you were able to find the energy at the end? It had been such a struggle defensively.
Yeah.
And they were scoring so easily, but to get the 5-second call and the repeated stops on the inbound at the end of regulation, I mean, how do you think you guys were able to sort of turn it around and fix the problems on the fly, so to speak? Do you know what I mean?
I mean, it's all within. It's within our souls and in our head. It's all a mental thing, right? So we had turned the ball over, and our mindset was we were going to get this defensive stop, and Drake was phenomenal on the ball, made a huge impact of kind of just pressuring them to he got a deflection and then the ball got out of bounds, but then forced him to a 5-second call. So it's really all mental that we was able to find our energy and we was able to kind of finish out the game strong, because obviously we had a lot of mental lapses throughout the whole game, but we dug deep within our mindset, our mentality of like, we're going to get this stop and win this game, and that's what we kept telling each other, and I think it fueled the whole team throughout the rest of the game.
You mentioned a minute ago about lack of energy earlier. You guys bring that up a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of games, lack of energy. How big an obstacle is that for this group to have 40 minutes with the energy at the right level?
It's huge, right? Because I'm a big believer in like playing basketball with passion and energy. Like, you can't really be too nonchalant and just go out there and just like, as my dad would say, like in La La world, like you gotta have a sense of urgency and attention of what you guys want to do as a team and individually to accomplish. So that's something that we have to, as a team, get over that hump, because it's been evident that we've been shooting ourselves in the foot when we don't have energy. But then when we do, you can see where momentum on our side is ready to change the whole game around. So as long as we constantly just like, speak that to ourselves and as a team as a whole, like I think we have a good chance of kind of just making a run here.
How frustrating is it for you when you go into the stretch and you're sensing the energy isn't where it needs to be?
It's frustrating, but I think that's as a leader. I think I've been doing a good job of it the last 3 games, is kind of just preaching that and staying on guys, holding each other accountable. And obviously it's a little bit uncomfortable for me because it's been something that I haven't been used to in my past 4 years of being here, but I realized that, I have to put myself in a comfortable position. So putting myself in a comfort zone where I'm able to kind of just hold guys accountable and and I see guys' energies are just dropping, just raise them up, uplift each other, and uplift my teammates, and that's what I'm going to continue to keep doing because that's the only way we're going to be able to be in these games. I mean, to have a coaching staff like that cares so much about not only just this program but us as kids, that's the type of program and coaching staff that you really want to play for. So we just got to do a better job as a team to just let go, like I said, and not hold back.
RJ, I know you guys ended up getting some of those stops late at the end. I guess to ask it simply, do you feel as a team, everyone's bought in defensively? I know last couple games you guys had held some teams to lower scoring points, but I guess coming out of a game like this, what do you feel the level of buy-in is on that side?
Yeah, I feel like we've been taking the steps in the right direction defensively, especially these last couple of games. Obviously, just a little bit of execution hasn't gone our way the past 2 games, but I do feel like we bought in as a team defensively because when we watch film, we watch the good plays of what we did right on defense, and you can just see how much of a pest we are, how corrupted of the defensive team. We get steals, we get blocks, we get stops, and we just kind of have to put that together on a continuous basis because one thing I've just been preaching to them is you got to take each possession and understand that each possession matters. And I think because we're young, we don't really understand that. So I kind of just been letting the guys know that you need a shot each possession, a good shot, stops. And it's not going to be perfect, but I think they're understanding the whole concept of that now.
RJ,
Thank you, RJ.
Yeah, appreciate it.
RJ, last few games are 1-possession losses. This game, how did you know that you had the motivation to push it into overtime? Right, you guys were down right before. How did you guys get it done this time?
We didn't want to lose. I mean, we lost 2 in a row, so we knew that, and that was in the back of our heads the whole time. So, but understanding that we had to kind of just pull ourselves together and dig deep, especially going into overtime. Put ourselves in this position, but we just wanted to finish strong. So yeah.
RJ, I just asked Seth a similar question. Playing good defense for 26, 27 seconds, pretty deflating when they just, shoot lights out against you from behind the arc.
Yeah.
What kind of adjustments did you make, if any? What was going on? The coaching staff, what were they telling you?
Just apply a little bit more on-ball pressure. I think sometimes we were kind of just relaxed a little bit. That's why I was able to kind of just get those step-in open threes or uncontested shots. So we apply a little bit more pressure to make their catches and shots a little bit more difficult. But some of the shots they made, it was overhand. I mean, that's just good credit to them. I mean, they're a good team. So but it was really just kind of just being more mindful of our pressure defensively. That was the main adjustment.
In your opinion, was BC's shooting well? Was that more just them being hot in one of those nights, or was it something that you guys weren't doing on the defensive end?
A little bit of both. We had a lot of mistakes defensively of just low guy being in too soon, and there's no roll man, and they was able to kind of spread out to the corner for hit a 3. And then some of the shots was all contested, and just hats off to them for making tough shots. So it was a little bit of both.
Is that a tough mental hurdle that a lot of guys have to go through, where you can't get too down on yourself if you play good defense and they still make a shot?
Yeah, I mean, it's good offense. Good defense is just better offense, and this is the game of basketball, right? So I mean, you play good defense, and then someone just happens to hit a tough shot. I mean, just hats off to them, but you can't really get too down on yourselves. You gotta lose yourself in the moment, understand that you still have more games to play, more time to play. So I think we did a good job of that. They made a lot of tough shots tonight, but we was able to kind of just finish off the game strong, and not really worried about that.
As a fifth year,
talking to Drake, he kind of just said that going into overtime, your message to them was, "We're Carolina. This is how we should carry ourselves." What does that mean to you, that statement?
Just about playing for the front of the jersey and understanding what this place means. It's a lot of players, a lot of great teams that have come through this program, and we want to win. I mean, Carolina's known for winning, so obviously this is not something that I've envisioned going into this year, and just in terms of tough losses, but it's adversity, and it's something that you have to go through in life, and we're facing it. At the same time, we're doing a good job of kind of just understanding how to pull through, and I think that was the main message, and the team as a whole was able to understand that, and we was able to get a win.
RJ, as a fifth-year senior, it gets pretty. It was pretty chippy out there today. A lot of chit chat. How do you reel in your team?
Really just tell them obviously a game is basketball's a game where it's a lot of competitive nature and a lot of chit chat and trash talking going back and forth, but kind of just make sure the team just stays focused and understand that we got a game to win. And I never mind it because it's basketball, but just try to not get caught into that and lose ourselves a little bit.
RJ, you play